Hello everyone and welcome to Siriana Tarot. This is a singles new love reading for Cancer. We're going to look at the kind of love you're ready to experience now based on the growth you've already done. Take what resonates and leave the rest. Clear messages, advice, and guidance for my Cancers, please. All right, your person is showing up as the Star card, Aquarius energy. Beautiful. They're also showing up as Cancerian energy. They're viewing you as the Lovers card, Gemini energy. And the relationship, we see the Nine of Wands. Okay, the Nine of Wands is an indication like we can get through anything together. Ooh, it's a very ride or die energy. Okay, and your person is also showing up as the Four of Wands, Cancer. Seriously, I should stop the reading right here. This is beautiful. So with the Four of Wands, some of you might be seeing 1111 around this person or this connection. But this is telling me that a lot of you, this is not just your next partner, but this is someone that you may end up married to, living with, engaged to. And the Star card here indicates this is written in the stars. This is beautiful. Now, the Four of Wands is an energy of protection and safety. So you're definitely going to feel emotionally safe, physically safe, financially safe with this person. And it looks like this is somebody here who's really looking for something solid and secure. Again, the Star card tells me this is written in the stars. I love these two who are stargazing, looking at constellations together. So you really are on the same page. This is also going to be somebody that you feel is very healing for you. So they're safe to be with. They feel like home to you, Cancer, and vice versa. All right, so let's see the stars. And we see, the Star card showing up in reverse. So strong Aquarius in their chart. Doesn't necessarily have to be their sun sign. It could be their rising, their moon, their Venus. It could be their north node. But they just embody this energy. I feel like this person's really intelligent. I feel like they're a critical thinker, a free thinker, somebody who's not afraid to live their life outside of the box. And, this may be somebody that you meet who has given up on love or finding someone that's really a perfect match for them, of course, until they meet you, because they're seeing you as the Lovers card, somebody who just completes them in the most harmonious ways. I feel like this is going to be a surprise, probably for both of you. All right, it's going to be a Tower moment, like this relationship changes everything. And we see the High Priestess in reverse, Cancer, Pisces energy. Now, some of you may meet this person as they're coming out of some sort of major transformation. This is somebody who's loving, intuitive, but I also think this is somebody who's really honest. So there's going to be trust with this person right off the bat. But I also think you meet them as they're coming out of some sort of transformation. So a move, maybe a major job change. Maybe they're just wrapping up some sort of karmic cycle in their life. But it's kind of like they're in a fresh and new energy here. How you're going to be feeling the King of Swords. So some of my Cancers, you could have Libra, Gemini, Aquarius placements yourself. But you're gonna be discerning, because some of this might feel a little bit too good to be true with this person. But I also think that this might start off as having a very intellectual connection, or intellectual / emotional connection. And yeah, you're gonna feel like this is very much so in alignment with you. All right, so let's go ahead and see what else we need to know about this person. Yeah, we see Karmic, Soulmate. You're meant to learn lessons in this connection and help each other evolve. Now, I know a lot of times we cringe when we see Karmic, Soulmate, because we assume that it's something bad, right? But, this is a connection that's going to help you evolve. And I feel like that's through authenticity. It's going to be a healing connection. All right, so don't get too wrapped up in the exact labels here. All right, and we see wealthy. So this is someone who has a lot to offer. They've worked hard to achieve their success. A comfortable lifestyle is indicated. They could be a Scorpio or have Scorpio placements. They're fiercely protective and loyal. And again, my Cancers, you're going to feel that. You're going to feel that safety and that stability with this person. They stand strong in their convictions, and they can sting if needed to defend their position. And this may start off as something casual, as a friendship, and evolve over time. All right, Cancer, so beautiful. So it feels like you will be meeting this person, whether it's through friends or maybe your coworkers, or you see them out and about or something like that. Now we see that with the Chariot card, this is somebody who's going to match your Cancerian energy. Again, whether you're a Cancer sun, moon, rising, or Venus, this is somebody who's loving, they're creative, they're nurturing, fiercely protective and loyal, which is Cancerian energy, as well as Scorpio energy. And they may be European or of European descent, or there's some sort of European connection. All right, this person speaks multiple languages. All right, Cancer, so somebody pretty worldly, and they may have black hair. Now remember, these really specific messages that are coming through, Cancer, are not going to resonate with all of you, but they will be confirmation for some of you. So just take what resonates and leave what doesn't. All right, we see that this person is awakened, so you two have that in common. All right, let's see what else we need to know about them. Any other details here for my Cancers, please? Any other details for my Cancers, please? All right, we see main male. So my readings are not meant to be gender specific, but some of the cards that I use are. But this is just telling me this person is ready to step up. This person wants to be your number one. All right, and we see wealthy man. So we do see that this person does have a lot to offer. But this to me indicates that for a lot of you, they may not have always been that way. This is somebody who's worked really hard to achieve their success. All right, and even if they're not like a CEO, millionaire, whatever, this person has so much to offer, okay? And we see main female showing up in reverse. Okay, some of you too, this person may have lost a considerable amount of money or assets in some sort of divorce. And I also feel like if that's not the case, or even if it is, this person isn't or wasn't expecting to find their person, right? Like they like with that star card in reverse, I feel like this person, they haven't fully given up on love, but this person is kind of getting to a place where they're like, you know what, maybe there just isn't really anybody out there for me. You know, there are people that are interesting, there are people that have come close, you know, I've had a few almosts, you know, I've had some good relationships in my past, but you know, they're highly evolved, and so I feel like they're also a little bit picky, right? So I do feel like with this main female energy coming out in reverse, this person isn't expecting to find someone who's going to match their energy, but that is, of course, until you, Cancer. All right, beautiful energy there. Let's see what else we need to know. What else do we need to know here? All right, so this person may have a pet, all right? Maybe it feels like a dog, but it could be anything. They've lived in more than one country, and we see that they speak multiple languages. They may have a severe allergy, okay? So they may, you know, this could be to like medicine, to food, or just to bees, or some sort of food allergy. All right, and music will be playing when they ask you out. So again, it does feel like you meet this person in person, or you build a friendship first. And at the bottom of the deck, we see they might have a noticeable facial feature, which could be freckles, a scar, a mole, you know, beautiful eyes, beautiful lips, bushy eyebrows, a strong jawline, you know, just a really beautiful smile. All right, so with the Lovers card, Cancer, they're seeing you as this Gemini energy. I mean, they're very physically attracted to you, but they're also seeing you as someone who completes them in the most harmonious ways. All right, so let's see the Lovers card. And the World card. Wow. They see instantly, they see success with you, Cancer. You might be from very different backgrounds. Again, that could be race, religion, tradition, culture. But with the World card, it's like this person, they recognize that whatever transformation they've been experiencing, like you're the next level. Like the reason, like you're this new type of energy. They see you as successful. They see you as worldly. I mean, I feel this person is worldly. They see you as worldly. I also feel they feel a very healing quality with you, Cancer. All right, and the Four of Pentacles. So, you know, this is Capricorn energy, but with the Four of Pentacles, they might feel like you hold back a little bit, which is, I think, very true of Cancerian energy. Like, Cancer energy is discerning. Cancer energy is usually very cautious before they emotionally invest. But they also see you as solid, stable, and secure. They also see you as protective and nurturing. And my Cancers, how you're going to be feeling here, the Seven of Wands. This is, I want to fight for this connection. But you are going to be protecting your energy, because I do think you're going to be, you know, you want to make sure that this isn't too good to be true. I mean, you've been through it too. Your pattern recognition is strong. You know, you're not going to be easily fooled by somebody who's just charismatic and good looking. I think you're going to be instantly attracted to this person, but again, in true Cancerian nature, I think, and true evolved Cancerian nature, you're going to be a little bit cautious, right? Just to make sure that, you know, what you're feeling isn't just, you know, butterflies that, you know, that are really little red flags, you know, or your nervous system going off, but more so like, okay, does this person make me feel safe? Does this person, can I trust this person? Does this person, you know, add value to my life? Okay. So what else they really like about you is the artist. So they love that you're creative and that you express a dimension of life that's just beyond the five senses, inspiring others to see life symbolically. And again, very physically attracted to you here with the femme fatale. Highlights your erotic energy of the feminine, opens your heart when your dependency is rejected. All right, and with the priest archetype coming through, they see that this is a spiritual commitment. They feel that this is a spiritual commitment here, Cancer. Wow. All right, the Nine of Wands, you know, this can be a past life soulmate connection, so there may be a sense of familiarity between this person. Although the Nine of Wands, she's looking a little bit overwhelmed here. What I'm getting is, this is what you've been waiting for, what they've been waiting for. The Nine of Wands is it's a tough card, right? It's like, and the message I got when I pulled this card is we can get through anything, right? Together. Oh, beautiful energy, Cancer. All right, and through learning or skill development. So this connection, this meeting happens while learning, studying, or developing a skill. Growth becomes the bridge between you. And I feel like you're always just going to be doing that together, you know, facing new adventures, growing together, learning together. And this person is discerning about their energy and time, just like you are. Loyalty is expressed through care. Like, that's Cancerian love language right there. All right. And we see alignment over attachment. This connection emphasizes harmony over possession. Yeah, beautiful. Okay. And at the bottom of the deck, we see to mirror your inner world, Cancer. This person reflects aspects of yourself that ask to be acknowledged, accepted, or integrated. All right, Cancer, beautiful. So you do mirror each other in a lot of ways, but you also hold space for each other to be open, to be honest, and to, you know, yeah, just to be authentic. All right, let's see what else we need to know. Anything else we need to know here? All right, freedom. I love this because that really tracks with, you know, like with not being possessive here. Healthy space and room to breathe. And room to make mistakes as well. Room to grow together. And we see forgiveness. This is going to be a very healing connection. Allow healing waters to wash away the pain of the past here, Cancer. What a beautiful connection. We do see third-party energy. You may be dealing with a karmic situation. We do see karmic soulmate coming through in their energy. So some of you, I mean, the way I'm actually reading is some of you might be introduced through friends, okay, which is not a traditional reading of like karmic, you know, a karmic situation. But I don't really feel like, you know, this person is dealing with anybody else, okay? It could be the case. That may be true for one of you. Maybe like some of my Cancers out there, you meet this person and you're dealing with somebody else. But it kind of, it doesn't resonate with like the whole rest of the reading for the vast majority of you. All right. And we see fearless love, a courageous leap into the unknown here, Cancer. So it does feel like this is somebody that you may not already know or you may not already be with. But this is just, you know, this is a whole nother level. This is something new. You know, something it feels you have not experienced before, and they haven't either. All right, so let's see. Any important dates or times for my Cancers, please? All right, so we see the month of May, which is right around the corner. We're in April as I'm doing this reading. May can also be Taurus, Gemini energy. And we see September, so Virgo, Libra energy. So between May and September, this connection may be unfolding, or you may be meeting this person. All right, so beautiful energy, Cancers, sending you love and light. Take care.